Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds' new proposal on education reform addresses an array of hot-button issues.
The bill would ban gender identity and sexual activity topics for kindergarten through third grade, eliminate education on AIDS and HPV vaccines, and eliminate suicide screenings unless parents give explicit permission. It would also require schools to notify parents or the Department of Human Services if a student says they are transgender. Children would also not be able to go by a nickname that does not match the gender on their birth certificate.